projecting onto the... Well, let's see if this works. New math, new surprises. Just watch this just not work at all. So, it looks like at least this part's working properly. And that is working properly. Can it get over the lip? That's the question. It got over it. What the hell? We are stuck and we'll never get unstuck. This is our life now. So how did this happen? Like, obviously we got embedded into the floor. That's not supposed to happen. We sweeped over here. Sweep 2 didn't impact, so basically we're doing something wrong here. Sweep 1 distance, and then sweep 2 distance, times sweep 2 direction, and then outward nudge is the impact normal. So maybe we just need to get rid of that guy. Because it at least traversed over it, and the sweep worked, so we know we weren't supposed to hit anything. But then we did hit something, so we obviously... Like, we got stuck way the hell in there, so our math for something here put us into the floor. Let's see exactly what put us into the floor. So it's check if stuck. So we did all these sweeps, why are we stuck on the frickin' floor? Well, we'll find out. We will find out. And the floor movement's the hardest movement that we've got because it requires us to, not lose speed and do all sorts of crazy crap. So we are stuck after putting ourselves in there, so like we sweep over to a place and then like snapping us to the floor actually stuck us. Or we were stuck right here and we didn't set our position, so we need to like set position, internal, settle start. Or this could also be because we didn't normalize our sweep direction. That's probably exactly what's going on here, is we have not normalized our sweep direction. That's probably it. Because we just multiplied a vector that put us exactly where we're supposed to be by a number, which makes it bigger, and that's going to put us past step 3. Vector math. This music makes me want to play Stardew Valley. That looks absolutely right, actually. Great. So, yeah, we just need our outward nudge, and we'll be outside of our stuff. The outward nudge is the impact normal plus the basic stuff, and the outward nudge is just a little bit. Yeah. So this is probably all we have to do. It's amazing how you can just noodle around with collision and movement crap for just forever. And you can always fix some little other thing that has to do with it. It's like so many games, you get stuck on terrain, you get stuck all over the place. It's always a frickin' problem. All over the place. And you can do a lot of things about it, but when you're actually trying to do, like, you're not trying to limit, like, what your artist can do and all that. You're not trying to force them to use specific types of things. What is going on here? This is not... Oh, this is just me being stupid again. Alright, so we normalized direction to 4, but we did not normalize sweep to direction. Alright, God. I need to plug my brain back in. It's like something happened. And I can't think. It's probably because I'm streaming some of this work. Or all of this work. Or I'm doing math and you're just like talking on stream and doing crap like that the whole time. You're supposed to be, focusing on stuff. It's like you'll see streamers playing games and they'll just like shut up for 5 minutes when they're getting their ass kicked by like some boss in Dark Souls. And then they win. They're like, I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had to be silent. Yeah, okay, so we got the right freaking normalization. So let's keep running up this slope and make sure it works. No. Let's go all the way into space. That can't climb that hill. You can't do it. So let's go over the other way. Hyperspeed. No. Up the steps. Over to the right. And then we go down the ramp. And then we go up the ramp. Oh man, we're clearing these now. Look at that. That's what we want. That's what we want. We can do it. Now we're on the super jumps. Yeah. Got that one. Oh, we got the bastard right there. Oh man. He can climb that wall. Look at that. He just jumps right up there. That's good God. That is exactly what we wanted to happen. And can he go completely vertical? That's right. We did it. We did it. We freaking got him moving properly. What the hell? Ah! Ah! That's what we needed to happen right there. Ooh. So let's see. That did not take as long as I thought it would. I'm surprised Adam's not online. I should complain to him. Like, Adam, why aren't you on? You should be streaming. You should be working. Man, I was all ready to do like another 4 hours of screwing around with vector math crap. And now I don't have to do that. I actually solved the problem. And all I had to do was vector to step 3 in direction to 4 and project the negative normal to the collision onto vector to step 3 and then add that to our sweep 2 position. That's all I had to do. That's it. We had it. And then we just had to settle, do our outward nudge, and do our G-floor stick distance, and fucking we move. We now are super pro at vector. So let's remove a whole bunch of these log lines and clean this code up a bit, shall we? I can't believe that worked. That's actually what we were supposed to have happen. That feels pretty good. So let's see, do we need the vertical nudge at all? Let's take a look. So we're going to start taking out a lot of our little hacks and bits and pieces just to make sure that we don't need them. Because we have little things that kind of chunk us around a little bit, and we need to slowly remove them now that we have our motion proper. I'm feeling just tired today. Alright, so let's just take out the vertical nudge. Let's see if it does anything. What kind of game are you working on, Aceron? Because you're working on a camera system. What kind of game requires a camera that you're working on? That is if you want to shoot. You don't have to. That is immensely satisfying. Oh shit, he's flying. So he didn't need that nudge? Excellent, so taking it out. Alright, so we did fix step 1 and step 2. Yeah, we fixed that step 1 and step 2 had the incorrect point of origin. We fixed that. Fixed the issues with climbing incredibly steep slopes with gaps to traverse, which are almost flat. So fix those. So the next thing for our physics is probably going to be like we've done everything that happens with our ground-based collision. Like we're finished with ground collision. So we have to do like our falling and moving in the air collision stuff. That'll be next. But I'm just kind of not feeling it today. What do I need to do to like just get into work mode then? Are we actually using our bounds? Yeah, we're using our bounds. Are we using our height? Yeah, we're using our height. Impact point, tiny floats. Let's change that to G Fizz. See, move tiny float. Should be a thing. Just so we don't accidentally change our tiny float and screw up our entire collision when we don't understand what we're doing. Sweep 2, impact. We can get rid of that. I'm probably going to need to put together a little bit of a blog post about how the movement actually works, because there's some interesting stuff there. And it is the first time I've written the raycasting physics for platforming. Most of my games we didn't do any platforming. We were just at least not 2D, like it wasn't precision platforming, you know, it was like you're just moving some dude around like a truck or whatever the hell, you know, just skidding along a surface, like, you know, driving a truck around or a hovercraft or something, you know, a person flying around and doing all sorts of stuff. But that's easy. Like walking on the ground as a person in like an over-the-shoulder action game is a lot easier than running along the ground as Sonic the Hedgehog, because, you know, with a lot of those games, it's just you're not moving that fast. It doesn't really matter with a whole bunch of stuff. Everything is locked into super specific animations. And this thing is like, no, you gotta run fast, and you need to do all sorts of crap, and it needs to be just smooth. It just needs to work. You need to not have to worry about all sorts of vectors and other crap. It should just magic itself into existence and just be good. We're stuck. We'll never get unstuck. It's true. It's completely true. Let's continue to just clean a few things up then. Oh man. Oh man, yeah. Well, today is Saturday. Let's just make sure we're not printing out a whole bunch of debugging crap. And I think I made it so we can't climb up that wall. Yeah. Update, snap to 4. Wham! Now why is he kind of nudging into the wall a little bit? Let's take a look at that. So basically our mantling attempts are failing. So because we were unable to mantle, we're returning delta T. We should be... Yeah, so we need to actually move this character to the wall here. We are unable to mantle, so we should move to the point of collision. So let's do that. So it looks like what we should do is we should actually do this. Attempt to mantle is based on otherwise what we're doing is we're moving to the point of collision, snapping to the floor, and then we're continue moving perpendicular to the normal of extra delta T. So what we need to do is... Yeah, because we actually didn't do this before. And yeah, so basically snap to floor. Are we doing anything with that? Yes, it's sub delta T. We actually want to pass in delta T for this one. New position should be set to the proper position, which is the start position plus the movement direction times sub delta T. And that should make it so we don't stick into... Make it so we don't nudge back into that wall when we hit it. Let's go double check it. Make sure we don't get stuck in the wall. More vector math. All the things. Hmm. And sub delta t is the hit distance. Movement distance. So we just want basically hit distance times movement direction vector. Are we even using this for anything? Hmm. Yeah, we don't need some of this. Yeah, we're definitely not moving perfectly over into it, and it has to do with the mantling code. So why is that? Like, we've got our movement direction vector. Maybe we just need to just gonna do hit distance. Yeah, let's just start position plus. Is this correct? Hit distance divided by movement distance times delta t. Like, we're. This looks wrong, doesn't it? Like, it should just be hit distance for this. So, like, this position's just not right. And what is this? This is actually putting us in a new position. Okay, well, we may have a bit of a problem because we haven't been moving ourselves properly. Well, let's find out if it is a problem or not. Because we're multiplying our vector by our time, which is not what we should have been doing, because it should be vector times time times velocity. It looks like we're stuck inside of the other object now. So it should be hit distance when you're supposed to subtract a very small amount from it. And that should mean, like, move real close to the thing. Because if we put ourselves right on the object, then math is going to break. There we go. That's looking fine. And as you can see, we're not nudging into the wall anymore at all. We're just bam on the wall. Looks like we're moving a little bit faster too, which is exactly what should be happening. Okay, so it looks like we're getting stuck when we're moving though. When we're doing our non-mantle move. Because I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. And let's also add a little bit of an up vector on it. So we move up out of the floor. Because this one was basically we need to move to the point of the collision, so it's going to be floor stick distance, new position is going to be set. And then we were doing a sweep here. It's not that this is wrong, I don't think. It's that when we're setting our position here, after we do the sweep, we are so this will set us to our newest position, which was our collision point. We're then going to sweep by getting our current position, getting the movement sweep collision normal. Getting the normal to that surface. And moving in that direction. We did not collide with our sweep when moving. Ah, so many little things to fix. We are not mantling, and then we are stuck. So we are not mantling. Our closest hit was too close. Closest hit was way too close. Our sweep one start is get position? Maybe we should not snap to the floor to start with. So we got stuck on the ground before we even... We got stuck on the ground with normal movement, looks like. Yeah, let's just... actually just return delta T right here. Just take this entire chunk out. See if we're still getting stuck. Yeah, we just got stuck into the ground. So our mantling is not the problem. It's just our normal motion is getting us stuck. And why is that? It's going to be because We did not hit anything with our sweep, so we're going to move, and our movement times this, and we're going to actually subtract a small number from this. Because we don't want to move too far. And that's just our normal motion, is just this stuff right here, so that might be enough. Like we're basically just moving just a little bit too far, and it's putting like our edge right into the ground. Let's see, do we have like a move distance? We've got down. We've got movement distance is delta t. Do we have like if movement distance is smaller than? Yeah, we need a basic thing. If movement distance is less than this tiny float, we need to just say we're not going to move. Just feel like you have to move a little bit faster than that. That'll prevent any degenerate cases with moving backwards, because we don't want ourselves to like move forward, but the time step was too small. If movement distance is less than tiny float, where the time step gets too small, and then we actually move backwards instead of moving forwards, because math. So we're still getting stuck, and we're getting stuck on just like a basic move. Let's just say new position equals start position, and if hit distance is greater than this. And maybe this was that nudge that we put in earlier, where we're pushing ourselves a little bit up. So let's go see if that fixes this. So that's definitely making it so we don't get stuck in the ground. That's good. That's good. And if we chunk this out, so we do need that vertical nudge. And that's just to make sure that we... yeah, we're doing a lot of stuff to make sure that we don't get into a bad spot. And basically, we got all this stuff to make sure we don't get into a bad spot so that we can kind of guarantee that we're never penetrating an object we shouldn't be. And basically, once we have like all this code that works properly and keeps us outside of stuff, then you can slap those band-aids on top of it that do stuff like move you outside of an object. There we go. Let's just go double check that we're running into that pillar properly now. Wham, 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 wham. That's correct. That's exactly what we wanted. Alright. Alright, so we're going to put another degeneracy check. If sweep unmoved distance is less than our tiny float, then we need to, it's like return delta t. So we've simulated our entire frame. Not bad. Alright, so this vertical nudge is very important for keeping us out of the ground. Let's see, what is our... This is not mantle float vertical nudge, this is just G ground vertical nudge. Go start position plus do that. Nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Just small things make a huge difference with this sort of movement. Just little things like just moving a little bit out from the surface and then doing your sweeps, and then all of a sudden it works, as opposed to Godzilla getting your toe stuck in the ground and then you can't move anymore. Which is why people usually will do collision maps in terms of tiles and very well defined mathematical constructs which do not fall prey to floating point precision screwing over the universe. We are not that smart though. We live in an analog world and we will die by the analog world. That's gonna be Slate crashing. Slate! You piece of shit. Reset the clock. What's up, Ishu? I'm still messing around with this guy's collision a little bit more. We solved climbing that extremely steep hill, and we have actually solved quite a few other small issues. So we are almost done with floor movement, and right now I just want to double check we can fit Fat Sack into this little hole. This thing crash again? Yeah, it did. I'm pretty tired today though. I don't know what's going on.